Well, hello there, my friend Jonathan Doyle with you once again for the Catholic Teacher Kinda Sorta Daily Message. I want to share with you a quote from Paul Kingsnorth. I want to share it quickly before I forget it, because I'm filming this on my phone, the quote's on my phone, and I just looked at it. He basically said, the fundamental truth of our age and the thing that makes it unique is its distance from God. The fundamental truth of our age and the thing that makes it unique is its distance from God. I want to share this with you. I'm a big fan of Paul Kingsnorth. Regular viewers know that I like his work. He's a contemporary philosopher who I think has some great insights. His other great quote that I love so much is, "There is a throne at the center of the cosmos, and whatever you put on that throne, you will worship it and call it God." I love that quote because I always teach people in seminars that we are, in Latin, capax Dei. We are that which has the capacity for God. We are God-seeking beings. I believe this is an ontological truth, a truth about our essence, about what we are in the order of being, in our identity. So this quote today from Kingsnorth about this fundamental truth of our age being its distance from God is a really important one. Why? Because, look, we've been Homo sapiens for about 350,000 years, but you'll remember from high school history that civilization as we really understand it began in ancient Mesopotamia around about 5,000 years ago. And as we've emerged in civilizations, of course there's always been atheists and agnostics. There's always been people, that were pretty much just trying to survive, and the whole idea of religion wasn't central to them. But if you look through human history, and if you even look at cave paintings going back to even the Neolithic times, you can see this fundamental religious aspect to reality itself, right? That you go back to, say, Ahura Mazda in the ancient Assyrian Babylonian times, you see that humans were always trying to understand their place in the cosmos through the religious lens, through the lens of the transcendent and the divine. Come in, and then you take something like the Middle Ages, right? You find this cycle of seasons and holy days, and the cosmology of that time was that people truly saw themselves as participating in a divine economy, the divine structure of reality. What Kingsnorth is reminding us is that we are living in a very unique, I know that's a tautology, it can't be very unique because it's unique. We're living in a unique historical moment where a significant number of people, at least in the developed world, have lost that transcendent religious dimension. People often talk about the loss of faith and the loss of faith practice, but that's not the case. It's actually growing all over the world. The world is becoming, I remember that Barna research doing this years ago, the world is becoming increasingly religious. It just is. The data's clear that whether it's through birth rates in the global south, whether it's through evangelization efforts, the world is becoming increasingly religious. In our contemporary modern, postmodern, liberal democracies, it doesn't quite seem that way at times, right, does it? And I think this is what Kingsnorth's point is that the truth of our age is that we're doing something incredibly different to our ancestors, that we're distancing from God. I've got a couple of points on this. The first point is, I would say, that way lies madness. That the pages of history make it really clear that as much as we'd like to believe in a concept of enlightened humanism, what we tend to end up with when humans take full control is the gas ovens and the gulags. If you look at, say, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, the idea of the state of nature, right? That we were born in this state of goodness and perfection, and it's just society that messes us up. That's why I love being Catholic, because I think that the Catholic proposition about we're made in the image of likeness of God, but sin has entered the world and changed it is much closer to the reality of what we all know, right? That we can do wonderful things, but we often don't. So my point here is that unrestrained humanity tends to lead to the use of power over each other, hierarchies, destruction, death, and killing. So the distancing from God that's central to this moment in history, I'm saying that way lies madness. I think we're going to experience extraordinary problems the further we go down this path. And look at the world around you at the moment. You see the conflict, the chaos, the endless confusion that is so present. So the second point that I have for you is to remind you as a Catholic educator that in these post-liberal democracies that we inhabit, where your work is going to be more important than ever, because really what you're doing is participating in the redemptive action of God in history. You are helping young people learn about the love of the Father and how to return to the house of the Father. So really what you're doing in terms of today's quote about distance from God is you're closing that distance. You're helping young people to close that distance. So please understand that what you're doing is incredibly important. It's an amazing thing to be doing with your life. It's an incredible thing to be doing with your life. And it matters. So let that just be a moment of encouragement for you, okay? Yes, people are distancing from God. Yes, that way lies madness. Yes, you are playing an incredible role in closing that distance every single day. So good on you and keep going. All right, please make sure you've subscribed to the channel. If you like today's video, share it with people. There's some good playlists here at the moment I'd love you to check out. But for now, go and check out the other links. Go check out my new website, jonathandoyle.co. There's a link here on YouTube where you can find out more about what I'm doing on the website. So thank you so much. God bless. Speak soon.